Okay, hello all. In this session, I'm going to explain about non-conventional energies. In that one category I have taken, that is solar energy. Conventional energy sources I have already explained in the last slide. So here, like energy generated by using the winds, tides, solar, geothermal, heat and biomass, including the farm and animal waste, is known as non-conventional energy. And also all these sources are renewable or inexhaustible and do not cause the environmental pollution. So this is our non-conventional energy, and moreover they do not require any heavy expenditure. The initial cost will be very less for non-commercial energies. Here, the non-renewable or versus renewable. Natural resources that can be replaced and reused by nature are termed as renewable, and the natural resources that cannot be replaced are termed as a non-renewable. And also, these renewable sources are replaced through natural processes at a rate that is equal to or greater than the rate at which they are used. And depletion is usually not a worry, because natural resources mean definitely there will be a depletion. For example, water, definitely day by day it is decreasing. And also, for any construction purpose or any thing what we are going to do, we are just destroying the nature. We are just cutting the trees and we are just raising many buildings, many structures upon that. So definitely there is a drastic depletion and there will be a lack of oxygen production, which we are getting from the trees we are not getting. So these are all the natural depletion what we have to observe, and also we have to overcome all these things. And non-renewable sources are exhaustible and are extracted faster than the rate at which they are formed, that is coal, oil, natural gas. So here you can see the types of the non-conventional sources. In the last slide also I said, right, solar energy, wind, hydro, the hydro I said that ocean energy, right? Ocean energy. So same thing, it is a hydro energy. Geothermal energy, fuel, that is biofuel, biogas energy. So these are all comes under non-conventional sources of energy. So first, fossil fuels. What is fossil fuels? Because they're fossil fuels, they do have a life expectancy, and a burning fossil fuels has increased atmospheric pollution. The carbon stored in the fossil fuels is released as carbon dioxide when they are burnt, and this leads to the greenhouse effect or a global warming. So that is all about the fossil fuels. And now we'll get into the purely on the solar energy. So what is solar energy? That energy which we are getting from the sun directly. So directly what we are getting, so that is solar energy, right? So types of solar energy we have, but before going to that I'll just give a small introduction for solar energy. That is that sun radiates more energy in 1 second than the world has used since the time beginning. So that much of the sun it is giving its radiation. Only a small portion of this energy strikes the earth, one part in 2 billion. So that much energy we can expect from the solar. And also, like, this is very ancient, like in ancient times, like usage of solar energy is very less, but actually in the nowadays the solar energy is using more in coming years also. And once the sunlight passes through the earth's atmosphere, most of it is in the form of the visible light and infrared radiation. And also plants use it to convert into the sugar and starch, and this portion of conversion is known as photosynthesis. And solar cells panels used to convert this energy into the what is that term, electricity. Okay, applications, like if you want to talk about applications, we have many applications for the solar energy, that is heating and cooling purpose in the building, for that also we are using. And also solar water heating, for that also we are using. And solar distillations and every day for that boiling water, to boil the water, industry purpose, and vehicles nowadays, solar cars, solar bikes, for everything we are using the solar energy. So here we have a types of solar energies, that is active, passive, photovoltaic, solar thermal, and concentrated solar power. So how the solar energy works, especially I'm talking about the passive or solar energy. It is a method in which like solar energy is harnessed, hastened, and it is in direct from like form without using any mechanical devices. For example, drying clothes in a day, or it is an example, the purely for solar energy passively. Okay, just a drying directly from the sun. So that is our passive solar energy. So the combined solar power system here you can see. And for active, I'll come to the picture later. The active solar energy, it employs the mechanical or electrical equipment for functioning and to increase the system efficiency. As an example, water pumps are used to circulate the water through the active solar energy, that is water heating system. And some applications of active solar energy which can be very useful for all of us, that is active solar water heater, active solar power heating, and also that heating, that active solar energy, this all comes under the active solar energies. And solar thermal energy is the heat energy derived from that incident solar energy, that is from the sunlight. And also these are very much common use of solar thermal, because the advantages, very much advantages, like benefits are more, merits are more. And that in that again we have category solar water heating, solar pool heating, and space heating. And this is like electricity can be generated using solar energy, commonly known as solar thermal electricity or solar thermal energy. Both are same, like we can call it a solar thermal electricity or solar thermal energy. And about concentrated solar power, like it is a branch of solar thermal energy which is used to generate the solar power electricity. And also electricity is produced on a large scale by using this technology. And this technology is not in either of our scope. And also, but we can surely get its benefits from the renewable energy, like green power from the electricity supply company. So that is a concentrated power. And many, we have many advantages and disadvantages from solar energy. So if we were to talk about the advantages, like generally we can observe the advantages, like you can take this energy very neat and clean, you can receive it clean from the nature, very much in the neat and clean from the nature. And it is considered to be the cleanest form of energy. And also there is no emission of carbon dioxide in the case of fossil fuels, which is one of major cause for our global warming. And also it is very much renewable, right? There is an much amount of energy available on the earth. And also as long as its sun exists, we definitely will get the solar energy. So it is enough available on our earth. And also it reduction in the utility cost, right? And also free energy, because it can be trapped easily. So it is easily, anyone can with a minimum initial cost we can trap easily. And also it's very reliable, that means the energy which is stored in the batteries, and so there is no question of unreliability. So it is very much reliable. And few the disadvantages of solar energy, for example, in the winter or a cloudy days, like we can't expect much water or a solar energy, right? And also sun does not shine consistently. Maybe there is a cloud days, or during winters maybe we can't expect consistency. And also space consumption is more, the initially when we are occupying that all the what is that, panels and all, so we need a more space available. and it is available in a dilute and it is a low potential, and the intensity of solar energy on a sunny like day in India, it is about like some 1.1 kilowatt per square meter area. So hence it is very large collecting area which is required for us. And also solar energy is not available at night or during cloudy like same thing. In the night also we can't expect this energy, and addressed by approaching the problem through collection, conversion, storage. We need to collect and we need to convert that energy. Next we need to store that energy, so that will be little, that process is, we can take it as a demerit. So this is the, here you can see night, I mean the sunlight and the night time, how it will work. Everything is same, but the thing is in the night you can see here from the grid it is coming to meter and it is coming to electric panel and it is going to our home or whatever we are using. But in the night, yes, from the morning, whatever the energy which it can accumulate, definitely it is accumulate everything and it is transferring to the what to say, the electric panel. But for the meter and for the grid it is restricted. So just an opposite to the morning and the night. Thank you.